Shanti, Bhoga Hare Krishna, भक्ति प्रभात महाराज की जय, अनंत गुणवंत की जय, नामांजन शारदा ठाकुर की जय, इस्कॉन आचार्य दुष्मोपाद की जय, श्री चैतन्य गुरुनित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि वरवकुंद की जय, श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोविंद श्याम कुंड राधाकुंड जीवधर की जय, धाम धाम की जय, मथुरा धाम की जय, अवधि धाम की जय, मालपुर धाम की जय, गंगा माई की जय, यमुना माई की जय, भक्ति देवी की जय, तुलसी महाराज की जय, शक्ति देवी की जय, हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय, समवेता भगवंत की जय, इतना गौर प्रेमानंदे। all for assembled devotees, all for assembled devotees, all for assembled devotees, all glorious, all glorious, Shri Guru, Shri Gauranga, Hari Hari. Namo Vishwadaya Krishna Veshtai Bhotale Shivate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschachate Katarane Shilopada Ki Start. Hare Krishna. Shri Shri Radha Govinda Ji ki jai. Shri Shri Gaurita ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Welcome to you to this Sunday Feast program. Today we don't have any sponsor, but we are fast approaching our biggest festival, Sri Krishna Janmashtami, which will be celebrated on this coming Friday, 19th August, and we have day-long programs that day, starting from 5:30 a.m. with Mangal Aarti. Then we'll have Havan at 10 o'clock, Raj Bhoga 14th, like what you have seen today. And then in the evening, we'll come back at 5 o'clock. We'll do lots of kirtan, and we'll also have some drama and dances. Then after that, we'll be doing the Abhishek to Radha and Krishna. We'll be able to participate in that. And then at midnight, we'll do the Mahadarshan Aarti, followed by Jhula ceremony. So that is the lineup for Sri Krishna Janmashtami. So today, I'm going to talk very briefly about Krishna's appearance. And before that, I would like to tell you, we are making small change in our program schedule. We are going to do the Prabhupada Aarti, Guru Puja at 10:30 a.m. That's what actually we are supposed to have done. But somehow it was becoming almost close to 11 o'clock. So you want to go back to that 10:30 for Prabhupada Aarti. So please come and join us at 10:30. I tell many, especially initiated devotees, even if you don't come for the Raj Bhoga Aarti, that's okay, but you must be here for Prabhupada Aarti, especially those who are initiated and who are committing to serve Srila Prabhupada and Krishna in this movement, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So please be here by 10:30 for Guru Puja, followed by Tulsi Aarti, and 11:30 we will do the Raj Bhoga Aarti, as you have seen today. And it will complete I think by about 12:15. Now it is 12:15 by the time we do the Narsimha Aarti and short announcements. So we'll be sending this information by email also to all those people who have given us their email IDs. So today also I think there is one special program today. It's called Hindu Heritage program. And it's happening in Bharati Mandir. That explains why we don't see many people here. Most of the people would have gone to that one. I think it is happening from 11 to 4 or something like that. Okay? So that is to kind of commemorate the Hindu heritage. Because Alberta government has declared the August as the Hindu Heritage Month. So taking advantage of that, some of the temples they got together and they are celebrating this heritage program, Hindu Heritage Month. I think they have some cultural programs and also some stalls and all that. So after this program, if you would like to go there and see what's happening, it's just the Bharati Mandir, 39th Avenue, you can go there and see that one. So I'll be going there after this program. So before that, let me share with you this shloka from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This is from the 4th chapter and 9th shloka. So before we discuss that, let me do the Jai Radha Madhava Kirtan. Jai Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava जया ईवराधारी जय यशोदनन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनतीरा वनचारी यमुनतीरा वनचारी जय राधा जय कुञ्जबिहारी Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare श्री राधा गोविंद जी की जय, श्री श्री गौरताय की जय, शिरोपाद की जय. Before we continue with today's shloka, I'd like to do the prasadam mantra. So if any of you would like to take prasadam and leave, you can go. And we'll continue with our shloka and the discussion. Mahaprasade Govinde Namo Brahmani Vaishnave Salpa Punyavatam Rajan Vishwasanaiva Jayate Sharira Vidyaja Jurendre Taheka Jive Phale Vishay Sagar Sarmadhya Jufayati लोभमोह सुदुर्मति काके जेता कठिन संसारे कृष्ण बड़ो दयो परिवारे जिह्वा जाय सप्रसाद आनंदिल भाय श्यानंद पाओ श्री श्री राधा गोविंद गुण गाओ प्रेमड़ा को चैतन्य निताय जय निमाय जय निताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्रीधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री राघवेंद्र जी महाप्रसाद की शिरोपाद की। So, please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Let's read this shloka quickly. Then afterwards I will also do one bhajan, one Bengali bhajan. So please repeat after me. Janma karma cha me divyam. Janma karma cha me divyam. Evam yo vetti tattvataha. Evam yo vetti tattvataha. त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म नैति मामेति सो अर्जुन नैति मामेति सो अर्जुन जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम् एवं यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म नैति मामेति सो अर्जुन। Does anybody want to repeat this shloka? Janma karma cha me divyam. Janma karma cha me divyam. Evam yo veti tattvataha. Evam yo veti tattvataha. Tyaktva deham punarjanma. Tyaktva deham punarjanma. Neti mameti so arjuna. Neti mameti so arjuna. Thank you. Very good. Thank you.
Janma karma cha me divyam.
Janma karma cha me divyam.
Evam yo vedi tattvata.
Evam yo vedi tattvata.
Tyaktva deham punarjanma.
Tyaktva deham punarjanma.
Neti mameti so arjuna.
Neti mameti so arjuna.
Anybody else? From ladies' side, anybody else? Janma karma cha me divyam. Evam yo veti tattvataha. Tyakva deham punarjanma. Naiti mameti so arjuna. Anybody else?
Janma karma cha me divyam.
Janma karma cha me divyam.
Evam yo vedi tattvataha.
Evam yo veti tattvataha.
Tyaktva deham punarjanma.
Tyakva deham punarjanma.
Neti mameti so arjuna.
Naiti mameti so arjuna. Anybody else from the ladies' side? William? No? It's not difficult to say. You want to take it to try? Sophia? Yeah, make it general. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I heard one. जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम्
जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम्
एवं यो वेति तत्त्वतः
एवं यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः
त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म
नेति मम एति
सोऽर्जुन
नैति मामेति सोऽर्जुन. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please give her a big round of applause. She has been coming to this temple just recently, started coming, and she has been asking me about the Vaishnava Acharya's bhajan books. We'll sing one Vaishnava Acharya bhajan today. Okay? Yeah. So we'll do that, and so let us discuss this. What we have read so far. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tattvatah tyaktva deham purarjanma naiti mameti so arjuna. Translation by His Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Shirupada ki jai. One who knows, please repeat after me. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. So, this is a very short description here, translation. Krishna is talking to Arjuna, and whole of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna talks to Arjuna. Krishna's instructions to Arjuna, actually not just only to Arjuna. Arjuna, there are the instructions to all of us. Okay? So let's read the purport here. Prabhu, can you read the purport? Please start with that. The Lord's descent.
The Lord's descent from his transcendental abode is already explained in the 6th verse. One who can understand the truth of the appearance of the personality of Godhead is already liberated from material bondage, and therefore he returns to the kingdom of God immediately after quitting his present material body. Such liberation of the living entity from material bondage is not at all easy. The impersonalists and the yogis attain liberation only after much trouble and many births. Even then, the liberation they achieve, merging into the impersonal Brahma Jyoti of the Lord, is only partial, and there is the risk of returning to this material world. But the devotee, simply by understanding the transcendental nature of the body and activities of the Lord, attains the abode of the Lord after ending this body, and doesn't run the risk of returning to this material world. In the Brahma Samhita 5.23, it is stated that the Lord has many forms and incarnations. Advaitam, Achyutam, Anadim, Anantarupam. Although there are many transcendental forms of the Lord, they are still one and the same Supreme Personality of Godhead. One has to understand this fact with conviction, although it is incomprehensible to mundane scholars and empiric philosophers. As stated in the Vedas, Purusha Bodhini Upanishad, Eko Devo Nitya Leelanu Rakto Bhakta Vyapi Yuddha Antaratma. The one Supreme Personality of Godhead is eternally engaged in many transcendental forms in relationship with his unallied devotees. This Vedic version is confirmed in this verse of the Gita personally by the Lord. He who accepts this truth on the strength of the authority of the Vedas and of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and who doesn't waste time in philosophical speculations, attains the highest perfectional stage of liberation. Simply by accepting this truth on faith, one can without a doubt attain liberation. The Vedic version, Tattvamasi, is actually applied in this case. Anyone who understands Lord Krishna to be the Supreme, or who says unto the Lord, "You are the same Supreme Brahman, the personality of Godhead," is certainly liberated instantly, and consequently his entrance into the transcendental association of the Lord is guaranteed. In other words, such a faithful devotee of the Lord attains perfection, and this is confirmed by the following Vedic assertion. Tameva vidittvati nrityameti nanya panta vidyate yanaya. One can attain the perfect stage of liberation from birth and death simply by knowing the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And there is no other way to achieve this perfection. Svetasvatara Upanishad. That there is no alternative means that anyone who doesn't understand Lord Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead is surely in the mode of ignorance, and consequently he will not attain salvation simply, so to speak, by licking the outer surface of the bottle of honey or by interpreting the Bhagavad Gita according to mundane scholarship. Such empiric philosophers may assume very important roles in the material world, but they are not necessarily eligible for liberation. Such puffed up mundane scholars have to wait for the causeless mercy of the devotee of the Lord. One should therefore cultivate Krishna consciousness with faith and knowledge, and in this way attain perfection.
Thank you, Lord. Hare Krishna. So, this purport is actually a very beautiful purport, what Srila Prabhupada has given us here. So, the Lord's descent from his transcendental abode is already explained in the 6th verse. So, if you read Bhagavad Gita, this is the 4th chapter. Actually, Krishna tells Arjuna that he has given this knowledge to some God long, long time ago. That's how the 4th chapter starts. Imam vivasvate yogam praktava nahamakhya vivasvan manave pralaha manuvikshvakave apuravi. Arjuna, I give this knowledge to Vivasvan long, long time ago. And this knowledge is, of course, it will not perish. It is eternal, perennial. And Vivasvan, the sun god, gave this knowledge to his son Manu. Manu is actually the progenitor or starting person for mankind. Man has come from the word Manu, mankind, Manu. So Manu gave this knowledge to Ikshvaku, that is the king, emperor Ikshvaku in the Ikshvaku dynasty. In that dynasty, Lord Ramachandra also appeared. The Supreme Lord appeared as Lord Ramachandra in the Ikshvaku dynasty. Then he told him, Arjuna, you will get this knowledge only through parampara, Guru parampara, discipline, succession. What does it mean? You cannot get this knowledge just by reading this book. You have to surrender to your Guru, serve your Guru obediently, and ask questions inquisitively, and then that's how you will acquire this knowledge. So, Bhagavad Gita, when you want to read Bhagavad Gita, you need to find the Guru. And under the guidance of the Guru, if you serve Guru's lotus feet, then of course you will get. Here is the Shiksha Guru for everybody. He is the instructing Guru, Srila Prabhupada. Such a rare soul. And of course we call the initiating Guru, that is the Diksha Guru, who will give you this knowledge. Guru is like God. So, Krishna told, Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo viduhu sakale nehamata yogo naskaha parampara. Krishna said, Arjuna, this knowledge comes to you through Guru parampara. Parampara praptam means succession, discipline, succession. Evam parampara praptam. Imam Rajarshriyo Viduhu also said this knowledge was originally given to saintly kings. The kings, of course, should get this knowledge. All the leaders should get knowledge so that their subjects, their people, will be able to get that knowledge from them. So, एवं परंपरा प्राप्तम इमं राजर्षयो विदुः sakale nehamata yogo nasta parantapa. He also said, Arjuna, this knowledge was lost over a period of time. Then he told him, I am giving you this knowledge because you are my friend and you are my devotee. Sayevaya maya chetya yoga proktaha puratanaha bhaktosi me sakha cheti hasyam hetavuttamam. Arjuna, this knowledge is lost down the ages. And today, what was the day? When did he give this knowledge? To Arjuna? When did he give this knowledge? I know. What day?
It's been going back.
Yeah. What was the day? That day. What was the day?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Not time immortal, but
No.
that's a good question.
Who will tell me? What was the day? Which day he gave this knowledge to Arjuna? Huh? Gita Jayanti. What is Gita Jayanti, Prabhu? You are on the right track. Gita Jayanti, what is that? Advent of Bhagavad Gita. That is, you are saying the same thing in English. But what day was that?
First day of Magha.
Huh?
First day of the Magha period.
Ida. Okay. But what day was that?
Means like Monday, Tuesday, or
No, Prabhu, there is a significance for that day. You all know it. You all know that day. It was Mokshada Ekadashi. Mokshada Ekadashi, on the Ekadashi day, on the holy day of Mokshada Ekadashi, Krishna gave this knowledge to Arjuna. We celebrate Gita Jayanti, right, Prabhu? We celebrate Gita Jayanti, Advent of Bhagavad Gita on that day. Bhaktosi me sakha cheti rahasyam yetaduttavam. Arjuna, you are my devotee. Bhakta asi. Bhaktosi. Bhaktaha asi. Sakha means you are my friend. So if you want to learn Bhagavad Gita, make friends with him. Make friends with Krishna. Become Krishna's friend. Become Krishna's devotee. Then you will learn. So he told him that. The Arjuna was looking at him. Krishna is so handsome, so beautiful, very young, right? Not like me, losing all my hair and all. Maybe in course of time I may lose my teeth too. That's what happens to us. Because our body, it goes from childhood, youth to old age, and ultimately, of course, it deteriorates. We die. Dehi nosmin yatha dehi kaumaram yavanam jara. Kaumaram means, of course, you are the childhood. Yavanam means youth. Jara means old age. Krishna never becomes old. He always remains like that. Look at him. He remains like that. What is his age? Maybe billions of years. We don't know. Or what is his age? We don't know. Yeah? If I ask you what is your age, Prabhu, you'll tell me I am 10 years old. But Krishna always looks like he is just only 16 or 20 kind of thing. Like that he looks. So Arjuna was looking at him and said, Krishna, you are looking so young, and you appeared recently, you were born recently on Janmashtami day, which I am going to celebrate. That's what Arjuna was saying. But Vivaswan, sun god, appeared long time ago. How come you are saying that you gave this knowledge? So, if I tell you, I gave a special knowledge to your great-great-grandfather, will you trust me? You won't believe me. Oh, you are crazy. You are telling me you gave this knowledge to my great-great-grandfather? No way. Arjuna knows that. Arjuna is a great devotee of Krishna. In spite of that, he was asking him for our benefit, for the benefit of us. When Krishna started giving Bhagavad Gita, lots of people were listening to that. Not only Arjuna. They were all the demigods. They were all listening to this knowledge. So Arjuna asked him, how come you say you have given this knowledge to sun god who was born long time ago, and you are born just recently, you are looking so young? Then Krishna told him, Arjuna, you and I have passed many worlds. I remember everything. You don't remember that. bahuni me vyatitani janmani tava charjuna kanyaham veda sarvani natvam veda parantapa. You have some question too? You and I have passed many births, but we don't remember all those things. You have to pass through 8,400,000 species of life. Sometimes I may be born as an insect, I may be born as a snake. I'm very scared. I don't want to be underground in some hole kind of thing. I want to see sun. But it depends upon what I do in my life. If I do, if I do good things in my next life, I may get again this Manushya Janma, the human body. I may become a better devotee, maybe. I don't know. It's up to him. He decides what I should become the next year. So he told Arjuna, you and I have passed through many births. Many appeared. Krishna appeared so many times. If you read Bhagavatam, it talks about 22 incarnations. That's just only principal incarnation. Sometimes we say 10 incarnations, Dashavatara. But actually there are so many incarnations. Like it is explained, it's like the waves kind of thing in the river or maybe in the sea. The waves, can you count them? So many of them, like that. You cannot even count how many incarnations Krishna has passed through. So he told him, I remember all those. Then he also told him, I am the Lord of all the beings. I have no birth. I appear from time to time, from one age to another age, from millennium to millennium, out of my own will, out of my own energy, internal potency, internal energy. Ajopi sannavjayatma, bhutanam ishwaropi san, prakritim swamadhisthaya, sambhavami atmanaya. Then he started telling, he said, I appear from time to time out of my own free will. He appears, he appeared as Rama, he appeared as, Vamana, he appeared as Lakshmi, Narasimha. So he appears for whatever, in whichever shape he wants to appear. Then he told him, even he gave the reasons why he appears. Whenever there is any harm to dharma, a practice, good practice, righteousness, religion. What is religion? Religion is not, if somebody asks you, say, I am a Hindu. Many people say, beat my chest and say, I am a Hindu. No, your religion is Krishna. I don't go around saying I am a Hindu. Okay, I was born in India, I was in the Hindu religion. No, ultimately, the religion is only Krishna. Krishna Dharma, Krishna Karma, Krishna Dharma, Krishna's religion. That is the religion. That's why Krishna says, Sarva Dharman Parityajya, Mamekam Sharanam Raja, Amtvam Sarvapayabhiyo, Moksheshyami, Vashuchaha. Give up all kinds of practices. Become my devotee. That is the Dharma. If you do that, you will be liberated. So, he said, to protect good people, that's what we want. We want somebody to protect us. Government protects us. Similarly, to protect good people and to punish bad people, Krishna comes. That's why he takes that incarnation from time to time. So that's why today's sloka says, Janma karma chame divyam evam yoveti tattvataha tyakva deham parajanma naitimamiti swarjuna. Krishna's appearance and Krishna's activities, Krishna's pastimes, they are transcendental. They are glorious. It is not like our actions, not like our births. His appearance is transcendental. So, he appeared with his mother, Devaki, and father, Vasudeva, in the prison cell, like you see in that picture, in that four-armed form, he appeared. Then he became an infant there. You see the infant, baby Krishna. Balgoy, Laddu Gopal. We have Laddu Gopal. We are going to put Lord Gopal in the cradle and we are going to do the chula ceremony. We are going to do that. So, his appearance day, or we can loosely say his birthday, is this coming Friday, Ashtami, Bhadrapada, Krishna Paksha, Ashtami. So, please come and join us to celebrate that. I know, people are slowly going, that is the thing. So, does anybody want to ask me any question about what you have heard about Krishna's appearance? Who is Krishna? Why we should pray to Krishna? Yes, Prabhu.
Well, I was just gonna, for my part, I was gonna say, that was kind of a loaded question. Like, when did the Bhagavad Gita was spoke? Because, like, we observe the calendar, the temple calendar, and all those goddesses on there. But to recall that, like, to dredge that up from memory, that was a very, very difficult question.
That is, which question is difficult to answer? You said?
Oh, it was the advent of Bhagavad Gita.
Which day it was?
Which day?
Okay. Yeah. In our calendar also it is written Mokshadaya Ekadashi. It is written there. Mokshadaya Ekadashi is written there. Yeah, I understand. Sometimes it is difficult to remember that one. You may remember it as advent of Bhagavad Gita. Just when Krishna gave, Bhagavad Gita.
And also, I think there was one time I heard Prabhupada he said, what do you think that, what is the best verse in Bhagavad Gita? And somebody answered, Shakyaman
Yeah.
He said, no, the one was the verse that we learned today.
This is a very,
His
this
opinion, he said.
is a verse which is talked about very often. It's like this. The moment we hear about Krishna as about his pastimes, that's enough for you. You'll be liberated. That is means you are hearing it and you are able to understand that and you are involved in that, engaged in that. If you do that, then of course you are already liberated. Same thing. If you read Ramayana, for example, you will be liberated. The Rama's story, Ramayana, if you read, then you will be liberated. So, because the God's appearances and God's pastimes, God's activities, they're all glorious, they're all transcendental. The moment you hear about that, then you are done. You are liberated. So that's why Krishna also said, Bahuram Janmanam Te Jnanavalvam Prapajyate Vasudevaha Sarvam Iti Samahatma Sudurlavaha. He said, after many, many births, I will give you knowledge. The knowledge to know, to understand that Krishna is everything. Vasudevaha Sarvam Iti. Means Krishna is everything. So that is the knowledge we come to. Yeah. So
That's like the knowledge, that's the stand for all this time immemorial. Wow.
yeah. So the moment you get to that kind of knowledge, we are liberated. Yeah. That's why Krishna said, Samahatma Sudurlavaha. Such a great soul is very, very rare, like Srila Prabhupada, who we believed completely in Krishna. That's what is required for us. We need to have trust in Krishna. Not only that, he shared Krishna with everybody. Yeah. So that's what we need to have.
There was one other thing I was wanting to say is because you can't read it enough times. You just, no matter how many times you've read it, you can't read it enough times.
I know. So that's why you need to read, keep on reading, and read his purpose. That will be easier if you read his purpose. Yeah.
Nobody has a question.
Yes, sir.
I always think that why a lot of people are separated. If God wants to take them to heaven, He take them straight, but why He gives them a lot of suffering before He takes them out? Why do people go to disease, suffer, and take them to heaven?
Yeah. The suffering comes to us because of our own doing, what we have done in our previous lives. So because of that, we need to pay for that. Okay. Through suffering, of course, you become better. Okay. Like gold, you have to melt the gold, then it becomes pure. You take all the broken gold, whatever ornaments or whatever, then you melt it, then it becomes pure gold again, then it becomes like that. So through suffering, of course, we will become a better devotee. Okay. Like any Vaishnava, if they have any problem, like some Vaishnava, they always say, Krishna, thank you very much for giving me this one, so I'm suffering, and maybe I have done this thing in my past life, that's why I'm doing this one, and then, through this suffering, of course, I will become now better after this suffering. Okay. So, suffering is something, it is our own doing. Like you see, I gave you an example before. Bhishma Pitamaha, he was on the bed of arrows. Arrows tips are very sharp, but he was lying on it. As it should be, of course, he can do. Why it happened to him? 70 verses before, that's what I was reading, he was used to prick some insects with some needle kind of thing. He used to enjoy doing that. So he had to pay for that. He had to be on that bed of arrows. He has to be there. So whatever we are doing in this, whatever we have to, put up with in this life, because of what we have done in the previous lives. Like a Vaishnava always believes, even if suppose you come and hit me, then what you think, I must have done some harm to you in my previous life. That's why you are punishing me. I don't look at it that you are hitting me, you are doing this to me, you are troubling me. I don't look at it that way. I say, I must have harmed you in my previous life. That's why I am suffering now because of that. So a Vaishnava is always like that. So the only thing is our suffering will become less if we pray to Krishna, and we get the strength to bear the suffering, and then in the next life, of course, you will become much better. Maybe you get a much better, more comfortable life, so that we can pray to Krishna, even better than what we are doing this time. So this is something like that.
Like whenever I'm passing my wife and there is a big hospital. So whenever I pass, I just pray for everyone.
Exactly. Pray to Lord Narasimha. Lord Narasimha will give the protection. Pray to Krishna, of course. Lord Narasimha, you pray to him. And
Like so many people are suffering in hospitals.
Yeah.
Whenever I pass by,
Because normally no Vaishnava will come and tell Krishna, I'm praying to you so much, why am I suffering? Why are you making me suffer? Sudama, such a great admirer, great devotee of Krishna, why did he suffer? He suffered so much. But at the end, of course, Krishna rewarded him at the end. Right? So this is something which every being has to pass through based on their own karma, what they have done. That's what we have. So
Yeah, I have two questions really. Like actually, that recently we had a discussion at the job. So first thing I think I'm not sure, but in the past someone told me or I read somewhere or I forgot. But say actually we all we all are part and participle of Krishna.
yes,
And like in our life before life, like let's say a long life ago, we were the part of the Krishna, right? But
Yes.
but somehow we wish some freedom. So Krishna's is I'm not sure it's right or not.
it is right. That's true.
If you know the
We are all small, infinitesimally small part of Krishna. We all started our journey from Krishna. Then you may say, why did he send me out? I should have been staying with Krishna so that I don't have to worry about all these things. But he has given you that freedom. He created this nature and all these material things, he gave you the freedom, said, okay, you can go and enjoy all these things.
We
So,
want freedom, right?
yeah,
So,
but
if
then
you want-
we wanted the freedom.
Experience that go.
So he gave us that freedom and we are enjoying. But while enjoying that, slowly, we got too comfortable and we started losing our minds and we became slaves to the material, comforts, illusion. We became slaves to that. So some people, of course, not all people, some people have become completely, overtaken by the material illusion. So that's why they suffer. But some people, by coming to this temple and also getting initiated, slowly we are trying to come back to the path where we should be. That is the path of Krishna consciousness. We are coming to that. When you come to that, you will slowly reduce your dependence upon the material attachments. Of course, we are all attached to the material things, right? We have a car, we have a house, we have property, we have a bank balance. These are all material things, right? But slowly we reduce those attachments. And then, of course, we should understand what is the purpose of my life. Athato Brahma Jnanasaha. Now that I have got this human body, I must inquire after Krishna, Brahma, Supreme Brahma. And then, so that's how, of course, we need to move towards that. That's what happens when you become a devotee, when you are in the proper, Sangha, association with nice devotees, and by the mercy of your Guru Maharaj, you will realize, by listening to Prabhupada's lectures, by listening to your Guru Maharaj's lectures, you will realize that our life is not to, be tied down to all these material things. There is something beyond that we have to do. So that happens. It happens sometimes very quickly to some people. For some people, it takes some time before it can happen.
So as I said, our discussion a few days ago, so let's say the person has intelligence that, okay, I want to believe in Krishna and I have to go further, do the services and go further. So that's his intelligence is because of his karma. Like one person doesn't know about anything about Krishna, right?
Yeah.
And he just, if you don't believe in God, then no matter how good you are, but you are definitely do some kind of sinful activities, right? So is that also depends on past karma?
Yes.
Yes. And let's say even the future, let's say once I believe in Krishna and I'm getting better and better day by day, and the other person is not believing God and he same thing, he lives in life ahar nidra vaityu. So that's also depends. So
Yes.
that's a future karma, whatever I'm going to do, it also depends on the past karma
That's right.
or not like that.
It depends upon the past karma and also the present karma. That's why Krishna said, Yam yapi smaran bhavam tejityante kalevaram tam tameva iti kaunteya sada tadbhava bhavitaha. At the time of quitting your body, whatever you are thinking of, that's what you are going to become in your next life. That's what he told Arjuna in the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. First he told him, Antakale chamameva smaranmutva kalevaram yahaprayati samadbhavam yati nastyatra samshayaha. At the time of quitting your body, think of me. Whoever thinks of me, they will come to me. That's what he said. Then he said, if somebody is thinking of something different, yam yapi smaran bhavam tejatyante kalevaram. At the time of quitting the body, whatever a person is thinking of, that's what that person is going to become. Like there is an example given, Prabhupada said, Maharaja Bharat was thinking of a deer, so he became a deer in his next life. So, if you are praying to Krishna, if you are chanting the Mahamantra, doing that one, you will have no next life, first of all. There will be no next life. Even if there is a next life, it will be very, very nice life. Again, you will become like a nice devotee will do. You may be born in an aristocratic family where you have all kind of comforts. You don't have to worry about how am I going to get my food next time. I have my lunch now. What will happen to me my dinner? Will I get my dinner or not? There are people, Prabhu, who do not know where the dinner comes from, where the lunch comes from. We are so fortunate We don't think about those things, but there are people like that. That's how it is. It depends upon your karma, what you have done. If you do good things will happen to you. If you do good deeds, good things will happen to you. So, if you do bad things, of course, bad things will happen to us. Sometimes bad things, they say, will happen very quickly to us. So, what we should do, we should use this body in his service, in praying to Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. What is written on your t-shirt, please?
Now we are working in restaurant with them.
Restaurant, I see. So thank you. You came here in spite of that. You made some time to come here. Thank you. Take our prasadam, Krishna prasadam. Thank you. Anything else, Prabhu? Okay. Okay. Yes, please.
Yes, I have a question. You were saying all of it comes from Guru Parampara. Nowadays, there are a lot of false gurus. What happens to those people? Like, there are people who are beautiful individuals with beautiful intentions and think that they're doing wonderful things for the world. People who are a part of groups who are harming children and stealing people's passports and, beating people and molesting people and stuff like that. What is the future for those individuals? Like, let's say they're the best devotee, but they're devoted to somebody who is incredibly cruel and maybe has almost no background.
Normally, many gurus, especially in ISKCON, they are all nice people. Okay. It's very rare that some guru turns out to be, a bad person. I've not seen such people. There are very, very few people.
Mostly outside of the
Yeah.
organization.
Yeah.
Because I've mostly seen
Or if you are talking about outside,
Yes.
so there may be some people who are cheating, they are just feeling, or pretending to be a guru kind of thing, and they attract a lot of people, and they are using that, for some bad things kind of thing, like you are saying, like molesting and things like that. So such things happen. Okay. So before you choose a guru, you have to be careful about, you need to understand about that person's background. Sometimes however much you try, you may not be able to know completely about that person. It may happen only through experience afterwards. When you go through all those bad things, you may realize only then. Okay. So that's why you have to be very, very careful when you take a guru. But as I said, if you are taking a guru in ISKCON, this is for spiritual development. Some of those gurus may be for a different reasons, I do not know. It may be partly spiritual, but our gurus in ISKCON is all spiritual development. Okay. Of course, it will also help us materially, it will help us, but that's not the primary goal. The primary goal is spiritual advance. So that's what we are looking for. Okay. So I'm sure you will come across a guru and who will be very, very understanding, very accommodative, and who will be, who will behave according to the scriptures. So actually in Bhagavatam it says, who can be a guru? Some other time I will tell you, there's a nice sloka also in Bhagavatam. Okay? So a guru should be having those qualities. Only person having such qualities can be a guru. Everybody cannot be a guru. Okay. So unfortunately, almost all the gurus we have in ISKCON, they're all Prabhupada's disciples. But they are very, very nice persons. So if you are serving those such gurus and under their guidance, under their mercy, under their shelter, you'll be able to advance in Krishna Bhakti. You'll be able to do that. Okay. So I'm not saying the guru cannot help us in our daily, material things. Sometimes he may be able to advise us about those things, but that's not the purpose. Okay. Our guru will be concerned about his disciples, if for their well-being. he may be giving some instruction even for you how you should carry on your life, to be happy and things like that. And to pray to Krishna, one doesn't have to be rich or anything. One can be poor, still pray to Krishna. That's not a problem. Okay. So, as long as you are praying to Krishna, of course, you will be provided for. I'm not saying that a person who is in a very poor state, once the person starts praying to Krishna, he will be, getting all the comforts, everything. It doesn't work like that. But most of the time, the people, they are looked after. Krishna is very, very merciful. You will find something or other to keep you, occupied, to keep you happy, to be able to survive, to get what is required. Like some people used to come walk a long distance and come to our temples to have prasadam. Some temples give prasadam every day. In our temple, of course, we are not doing that. We give once in a week or maybe sometimes twice if there are some festivals. But there are some temples, even in the United States, people get prasadam every day. So who is this person, Prabhu? That is the apple guy who used to walk in California, used to walk maybe some 5 kilometers something every day to go to Krishna temple, ISKCON temple and have prasadam. Steve Jobs, like that. There are cases like that. So, usually it is okay. You see, when we say disciplic succession, Guru Parampara, that's how we get this knowledge. So, that's what happens. Like, recently my Guru Maharaj was there in Vancouver. We went there and I stayed there for almost a week. And every day, of course, he was giving lectures and, we were associating with him right from morning till evening. We were associating with him. So that's how we get the inspiration, we get encouragement in our lives. We get.
I was also curious, what are your thoughts on the other Bhagavatam on Srimad Devi
Devi
Bhagavatam?
Bhagavatam is different about Devi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, about like mother, Devi. So it is also there, that's okay. But, we encourage you to read more about Krishna.
Yeah.
So, but some people read the Devi Bhagavatam, like some people chant Lalita Sahasranama, the Lalita, they pray, ultimately, everything goes to him. Whatever prayers you do, to whoever you pray, everything goes to him. He is the source of all the, demigods. He is the source of everything. Everything goes to him.
What?
Yeah.
You probably know the verse that who wanna worship the Devi, they go Devi Lok.
Yeah.
What's that Bhagavad Gita?
I know. So I think what I can do is I can put together all the slokas from Bhagavad Gita and I talk about the demigods one day. We can discuss about them. Put everything. Krishna talks about demigod worship in different places in Bhagavad Gita. We can put that all together and try to understand. And again, I'm not saying that like some people may be praying to Lord Shiva, some people may be praying to Lord Hanuman. I'm not going to say that no, you're doing some stupid thing, you don't do that. No, be aware. Even if you are praying to Lord Shiva, ask him to give you Krishna Bhakti, devotion towards Krishna. But ultimately, everything comes from him only. Okay? So, he empowers all those demigods to fulfill our desires, whatever we ask. He empowers them. So, why not pray to him?
Can I say whatever? So any demigod worship, like whatever do, and if you even do demigod worship, then even you have to come back again on the earth, take the birth, right?
Yeah.
And only the worship of Krishna, Vishnu, that you are going back to the Godhead. Like birth, death, the miseries, right? You are free from all four miseries.
Yeah. in Devata Bhakta, Ejante Shadhyamrita, Tepi Mameva Kaunteya, Ejante Avidipurvakam. So that's one shloka. There are many shlokas like that. Krishna talks about demigod worship. I can put them all together and we can have a discussion one day. Antidevataram, Pitrunyan, yeah. So I promised to do one bhajan. Let me do it too quickly. Vibhavaishesha Aloka Pravesha Nidrachari Utho Jiva Vibhavaishesha Aloka Pravesha Nidrachari Utho Jiva Bolo Hari Hari Mukunda Murari Rama Krishna Hayagriva You have to put it in that book. So Sophia Prabhu, you have that bhajan in that book.
I can't find it.
You can't find it? Bring it to me, I'll show you.
It's just because I don't hear the title, I don't know where to look.
It is the Bhava Shesha, number 60, page number 60. Go here. This is what I'm saying. Vibhavari Shesha, Aloka Pravesha, Nidrachari Utho Jiva. Bolo Hari Hari Mukunda Murari Rama Krishna Hayagriva Nrsimha Vamana Shri Madhusudana Brajendra Nandana Shama Nrsimha Vamana Shri Madhusudana Brajendra Nandana Shama Putana Khatana Kaitava Chatana Jayada Sharati Shama Yashoda Dulala Govinda Gopala Vrindavana Puram राजे राखल गोप वृंदावन चित्त हरि बंटी धारी योगींद्र वंदन श्री नंदनंदन व्रज जन भयहारी नारी नानी रूप मनोहर मोहन वंशी बिहारी यशोदानंदन कंस निषूदन निकुंज रास विलासी कदम्बकानन रास परायण वृंद विपिन निवासी आनंदवर्धन देवनिकेतन कुलशय गोपांगनागण चित्त विनोदन समस्त जामुन जीवन केली परायण मानस चंद्र चकोरा नाम सुधारत गाव कृष्णाय राघव वचन मन मोरा नाम सुधारत गाव कृष्णाय राघव वचन मन मोरा Can you read the translation, Prabhu? Sophia, Prabhu? Can you read the translation? Read for the last stanza.
Yeah, absolutely.
What does the last stanza say? Last one.
The very last one.
Jamuna Jivana Keli Parayana.
For Krishna is the light of every lifetime. He is always absorbed in amorous pastimes, and he is the meaning of the devotees' minds, which are like the chakra birds, and that subsist only upon me. O mind, obey his voice time, and so he glories of Sri Krishna in the form of his name, as a waterfall and its
Nama Sudharasa Gavo Krishna Yesha Rakho Vachana Manamora. There's a Bengali bhajan, Bengali. आपको समझ में आता है? क्या है? नाम सुधारसा गावो कृष्णा यशा राखो वचन मन मोरा. इसका क्या मतलब है? बता सकते हैं आप? Rakho vachana mana mora. That means this is a beautiful bhajan by Bhakti Vinod Thakur, or Acharya Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So he is saying, he wants his mind to concentrate on Krishna. Rakho mana mora. Rakho vachana mana mora. So he wants to concentrate on Krishna Bhakti. So that's my understanding. So, sorry? I know, it is a promise, yes. To keep the promise going on. Yeah. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, you used to come and help us before for the Sunday school. And you even asked me, you were practicing to sing the Govinda Mahapuruಷ. I have heard you know that.
So she would be going to like